Hey guys. Oops, I gotta change my mic. Hey guys. I have to, wow, it might look like I skipped something, but, well, I did, but the reason is because stupid YouTube failed to recognize my last video. Oh, so what you guys missed was I played 2 games. The first game I got 20 points. The second game I got 13 points. And then the coach made me the 6th man on the team. So that means I get more minutes than that. So, yeah. Doing pretty good. Let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alright. So we got a challenge here. He wants me to get 10 points. Tyson Chandler, huh? Alright, let's do it. I'm still messing with the microphone. I don't know if I can get it to do good or not. I think I might just do 1 game at a time because that kind of sucks when YouTube fails to convert or recognize my file when I did all that other stuff. But pretty much what you guys missed was just me. I did 2 games. I did pretty good, so I'm getting closer to being a starter now. Ugh. Not feeling very good.
Welcome everyone to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Atlanta, Georgia at the Phillips Arena. It's Wednesday Night Basketball live on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan.
All right,
as always with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting 5 for both teams. Guys, as we take a look here at J.R. Smith, what do you think? It's the first.
Okay. Wanna get 10 points on these guys. Come on, what? Did that say I was on Amari Stoudemire? I think I am.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Felton goes in. Another shot. It's laid in by Stoudemire.
Dang it.
Stoudemire's got his second bucket of the night.
And you got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Stoudemire. And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
You, Amari.
Felton against T. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for Raymond Felton.
Well, he's been working hard to get good looks, and it's paying off for him early.
Williams kicks to T. Here's Money, guarded by Stoudemire. Williams gets the bucket.
Yes.
Hasn't been able to get it going offensively. It's been a slow start for him.
So for New York, their last game, a win against the San Antonio Spurs.
I just loved the rhythm they got into offensively. I mean, they really started to click from the outset and it carried through the whole way.
And that result was indeed impressive. They basically cruised all the way home. Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
Outside Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Money. Excellent D there from Stoudemire.
Now,
New York leading by 6. And back to Budenholzer, who's with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons.
Kind of brutal, man.
A guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
It's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He was describing their approach defensively that he wants to see.
Dude, I lost this twice. Are you kidding me?
Coach wants him to be the primary target of their defensive attention. Don't give him an inch of space. That was the message he gave to his guys, because as we know, an inch is all he needs. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Outside for Millsap. The dish now to Williams. Back to Teague. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Obvious
shots.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
There you go.
Atlanta shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers from a season ago, guys. This was one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the NBA, 72%.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Bargnani is checked in for New York. Shumpert comes in for Amari Stoudemire.
Dang.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line. That's going to send Iman Shumpert to the line. That's on Lewis Williams. And that one misses.
You know, one of the big things that Iman Shumpert brings to the team is his pressure defense.
What bull crap?
You have a guard like him who can go out and bother ball handlers. He can really take an opponent out of its offense.
A different look for New York. At a world peace, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Udrich in for Raymond Felton. Feeds it to Bargnani. To the middle. That's good.
Holy crap, what the heck's going on? Get out of there.
And it's Meta World Peace with the foul. That's his first foul.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
Howard
You know, I
Ford.
think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Hardaway's checked in for New York. Scott against Bargnani. Here's Money. Knicks with the rebound. And this matchup with the Hawks is their first meeting of the season.
Well, they took care of business last year. They swept the season series from them, as they should have, because they're the better team.
And Udrich kicks to Shumpert. New York moving the ball around. World peace. And it's off from three-point range. The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Schroeder, the pass to Money. Second shot opportunity.
Jeez.
Blocked by World Peace. They get it back. Jenkins the pass to Money.
Oh my God.
Again, missing.
The guy missed
What
everything.
Steve just said, this must have been one of their favorite opponents last year.
Well, they matched up well with almost anyone they played, but especially these guys.
And that one's good.
Wow.
Shumpert.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Oh,
Korver,
crap.
no luck. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 15-5 run here. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Hawks second.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball.
Carroll dishes to Jenkins. To the inside. Here's Money. And
There we
sir,
go.
that one
Jeez.
drops.
Well, you know, struggling offensively, he's got to be happy, guys, to see that go in. I mean, he had missed his 5 prior shots.
And Udrich kicks to Shumpert. Shumpert off the pick from Martin. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Pass to World Peace. And the 3 off target. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Bobcats in Charlotte.
They looked very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output.
I wanted to
effort.
freaking pass that.
You know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play.
Wow.
Everything was working for them to get that victory.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there.
The first quarter concludes. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity defensively.
There
They've
you
got a
go.
fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Here are the
Yeah, I
five
got
New York has to start
use
here
my
in the
guy's
second.
power.
The guards, Ray Felton and J.R. Smith. Martin is out there with Chandler, and it's Anthony in at the small forward position.
The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In a January game against a tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game.
Clock is at 3. And it's good.
Oh,
The
wow.
time running down on the shot clock. Anthony's got 6.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Bobcats was just a man on a mission. He finished with 13 points, and in addition to his scoring,
Nice.
he also came away with a season high for rebounds. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. And Steve, yet another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, he sure is. We saw it firsthand, and it was fun to watch. He really got it rolling.
Ah,
Yeah, nothing better than to see a guy confident,
dang.
comfortable,
Good, making all
on a roll,
everything.
and elevating his team to high levels of play. That's a beautiful thing to watch, fellas.
As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst
There you
offensive
go.
nights, Clark, in the NBA. But overall, we're a solid offensive team, right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score,
3
there
and
are going to
9.
be some
Holy
nights where
crap.
everything just misses. And I think that was the case that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
Stoudemire outside. Smith, the pass to Anthony. The feed to Chandler. Smith outside. No good on the triple. The Hawks trail by 12. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Woodson had some advice for the team over that last break. He thinks the use of ball screens against this defense would make a huge difference, and that's what he relayed to his players. He
Nice.
went on to talk about playing a strong defensive game in the paint and denying any easy opportunities inside. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Ah, come on, Lewis.
J.R. Smith, last season's 6th man of the year,
do
averaging
that.
18 points per game off the bench for the Knicks. What a fantastic season.
And the first one drops.
Of course.
And for J.R. Smith, the New Jersey native, right at home, Clark playing for the Knicks.
And you knew he had the talent to be special. He just had to put it all together and had a big season. The first player since 90 to come off the bench and score 30 or more in 3 straight games, Kevin. He's simply a bucket maker.
Bargnani is checked in for Tyson Chandler.
Ah,
Stolen by Stoudemire. Felton with the ball. Williams picks him up. Felton dishes to Smith. Passes it to Stoudemire. Back to Smith. New York moving the ball around. Anthony
Dang.
with the bucket.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Pass to Money. Stoudemire with the defensive effort.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Millsap against Felton. He feeds it to Smith from deep. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. T kicks to Horford. Here's Money, guarded by Stoudemire. Dishes it to Millsap. To the inside. Here's Money.
There he goes.
Money's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty, the way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And he really is a tough guy to go up against because he throws his weight around so often and with reckless abandon. I mean, it can really wear you down physically. Well, for Andrea Bargnani, only 35 games played last season, guys. Injuries and inconsistency have really plagued the former #1 overall pick of the 2006 draft.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Going back to Bargnani, Steve, how much do you think the pressure of living up to the #1 pick and not being labeled a bust weighs on him, from season to season, game to game?
Well, at this stage, I think that stuff should be in the past. It's all about just focusing on getting better. He's been in the league for 7 seasons. We know he can pick and pop and be a space foreman.
Nice.
The challenge for him is to round out his game and be better on the boards and defensively. That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
And Prigioni kicks to Felton. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Hawks trail by 12. The dish to Cunningham. Feeds to Korver. He kicks it to Cunningham. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Down by 9.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Kicks it to Bargnani. The baseline jam buries the jump shot. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Yeah, my guy barely makes it.
Defensively, guys, because they're really giving up way too many open looks.
And the Knicks making a change here. World Peace is checked in. Schroeder passes to Money. Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Here's Hardaway, finished off the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
From 11 feet away, and he can't bank that one in. The Knicks leading by 13. No good. Some solid defense there from Korver. 1:37 left in the first half. Schroeder passes to Money. Fades.
Oh my God.
World Peace. World Peace has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Schroeder to the wing right side. Here's Cunningham. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
He only dishes to Bargnani. To the inside. World Peace, good. World Peace has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
That's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Here is Cunningham, guarded by Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Here's Money, and he uses the glass on the layup. Money's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, it was a dismal start from the field for them in the first quarter, but they're finally starting to turn it around.
Well, I don't think it could have gotten any worse, partner. I mean, you figure they had all their bad misses out of the way and should be good to go now.
Bargnani kicks to World Peace. Bargnani passes to Prigioni. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Oops.
Here's Schroeder. He dishes it to Jenkins. The offensive rebound. Money. Is there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks. They're up.
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to enabling your team to control the tempo of this game throughout this first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
It all came together in that first 24 minutes. Tyson, thanks for the time, guys.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Yeah, I gotta do a little better here.
Thanks everyone for being with us for the midweek edition of the 2K Sports Halftime Show. New York leading against Atlanta, sitting at 500 in the early goings of the season. They're looking to get on the winning side of the ledger. A nice contribution by Raymond Felton. He's given his team a lift. After two, he's got 6 points. He's been dynamic on both ends of the court, finding teammates, playing tough D on the other end.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Atlanta, and a shot here from Atlantic Station extending over the high rises of Midtown. How's that pretty?
Check out the game for money. 12 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
Well, he's going to have to continue to play this way, Clark, because this offense thrives on his passing ability, and they've got it going right now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Jeff Teague and Lou Williams, the back. Horford is out there with money, and it's Millsap in at the 3 slot. Felton can't get it to go.
Nice.
The Hawks trail by 9.
In his return to New York, I tell you, Raymond Felton looked to have his best season yet as a pro. He came in and made plays and filled the void left at the point guard spot for the Knicks.
Clock at 6. Millsap with it. Now Smith defending, and that one's good.
Nice.
Millsap.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
The Knicks leading by 7. And for Felton, I guess just something in the water in New York, huh, Stevie? He's played his best basketball in the big city.
Yeah, he had a good run there several years before he was traded to Denver as part of that Carmelo Anthony trade. And now that he's back in New York, Felton once again having a terrific impact on that team.
Tell you what, guys, if you had questions about Amari's willingness to play a role on the team, he should have put them all to rest with how he came off the bench for the Knicks. Couldn't have been easy for him, but he handled it well.
Outside Williams. Here's Money, guarded by Stoudemire. Teague for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Well, with Amari's dealing with those knee troubles, I forget he was really the one who first made the Knicks a destination.
Yeah, signing there in free agency in 2010. He had a huge season, averaged 25 points a game, and I think really energized that New York fan base. He was kind of the franchise player before Carmelo arrived.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. The ball has to be fed into the low post much more than it has been to this point.
I don't know if
that
that was my guy's fault or
they're
his
giving us room down low. Let's take advantage of it. And before the huddle broke up, he mentioned playing active defense in transition, telling his guys to be very quick to get back when the ball changes hands. Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And so here is New York. They lead by 11. Now the pass to Chandler. Back to Felton.
Alright, so accept that when I'm done with this.
6 on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the
Dang,
spot
come
for
on,
2.
Tate.
You know, a lot of players love playing with
Freaking
Felton.
losing here,
Throw
man.
the alley-oop. He makes it look easy, but believe me, it's not easy. Throwing a precise alley-oop is kind of an art form in this league. You got to put it right on the money and anticipate when that leaper is going to get to the spot.
Right. Art form is a good way to describe it. Felton makes it look so easy, but, you know, it really is a play that requires a very good understanding between teammates as well. And sometimes you forget that that communication that is so
I
necessary.
hate that.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. 2nd in assists, 7th in field goal percentage, and they were top 10 in three-point shooting. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Felton's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Williams dishes to Horford. Drilled from 11 feet out. Horford's got 9 points.
Still only 13 points.
What's interesting for me to watch with Mike Woodson as head coach in New York is the exciting floor spacing offense they started playing last season. In Atlanta, he'd been known for a grinded out isolation play style, but has actually tweaked his approach a little bit, and that's been impressive.
Williams attacking. It's taken away by Smith.
Dang.
A floater, and the layup is good. 9 points in the game so far. And back to Mike Woodson, not a flashier, high-maintenance type of personality. He keeps it on the level, and I think, Steve, the players appreciate that.
Players definitely like that. He's very quiet on the sidelines, but not afraid to get in your face when necessary.
There you go.
I think that's a really good temperament for a coach to have. In general, I think he's a guy who is very well respected around the league and did an excellent job with New York a season ago.
Felton goes in. Here's Chandler. Rebound, Atlanta. Money's got 8 rebounds in this game. Teague, the pass to and the officials
don't pass it to me when I'm back court, bro. I didn't want it there.
Numbers for Smith last year getting it done. He averaged 18 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. If it was an average player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were spectacular.
Yeah,
but for him, simply run-of-the-mill.
And how much does that tell you about the talent he has? I mean, when the spectacular passes is average, that speaks volumes.
Anthony against Williams. And Stoudemire, the bucket on the assist by Anthony. 8 points for Amari Stoudemire.
Beautiful dish down low.
For the Knicks, Martin's checked in for Chandler. World Peace comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And Shumpert in there for Anthony. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. Too many of their shots have been low percentage, he told them. He wants better ball movement on the perimeter to get the shooters better looks. He also wants to see a lot of bodies down low at the defensive end, saying, quote, if they're going to beat us, let's make them make shots from the outside. He's not wasting any time altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. It's deflected. Stolen by Martin. A drive by Shumpert. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 4 this quarter.
And
an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Got him with the turnaround there.
Making
that was a
every shot.
Well, for so long, the Knicks have been the punchline of the Eastern Conference the last decade. Poorly managed contracts and questionable trades really kept them from rising to the top of the East. But once again now, they look like a powerhouse. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Schroeder passes to Money. Puts up the baby hook. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. And Clark, you were right. The Knicks were a powerhouse last season. Steve, 37 wins against the rest of the conference, and they just would dominate other teams at times.
Well, they're a team that doesn't really want to run a lot or force tempo. They just kind of want to get you in the half court. They don't turn the ball over, and they bury you from long range. So, they found their identity last year, and it really dominated in that Eastern Conference.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Martin. It's Felton in for Udrich. Chandler kicks to World Peace. And that's a foul called on Money. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Outside, Felton. Pass to Chandler. 6 to shoot. Smith on the wing. Defended by Jenkins. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. .44 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Schroeder passes to Money. Now here's Jenkins, covered by Smith. Here's Money, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
27 seconds left in the 3rd. Now here's Felton, guarded by Schroeder. Felton taking, and he uses the glass on the layup. Felton's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. That's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. And the Hawks with possession here. It's a 14-point game. Here's Schroeder. Off the mark. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nick. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
Can't believe it.
Right now to
yeah, I'm definitely getting more minutes because
of the game.
Yeah,
today
whole game's taking 30 minutes.
The men in the middle, Kevin, and let me tell you, anytime you get a big man who can pass like this, it really changes the way you can play offense, diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask, who is the best passing big man you played with?
Luke Longley.
Ah, the Australian.
Yes, big redhead, good passer down on the low block.
The #1 pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Anthony, Stoudemire, and Chandler, their front line. Felton is out there with Iman Shumpert. Passes to Mike and stolen by Felton. Here's Shumpert. Back to Felton. The feed now to Shumpert. Felton against Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Fast break for Hawks. All alone.
Yes.
You love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. The Hawks trail by 12. Jenkins dishes to Millsap. Into Horford. Stolen by Anthony. 3-on-3. Anthony right side. And it's good.
Carmelo
and the Knicks
makes
lead
everything.
By 14.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today and just as hot as he was last time out.
Teague kicks to Horford. Teague the pass to Jenkins. Back to Teague. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here.
What? I didn't even pass. I didn't press X. Screw you.
Here's Anthony. Great pass to
I didn't press X. I wanted to shoot it.
Got 4 points this quarter.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Teague the pass to Money. Pass to Jenkins. Got a piece of it.
Oh my God.
Felton against Teague. Outside jumper. Felton against Teague. Felton dishes to Stoudemire. He feeds it to Anthony. Let's go. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
But it has to translate, Clark. If they're going to cut into this lead, they've got to convert those boards into points.
Here's Money. Cans it from short range. Money's got 24 points.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Felton against T. Felton kicks to Stoudemire. Back to Felton. Rejected by Jenkins. Out of bounds. Nick's ball as New York keeps possession of it. Lou Williams is checked in for the Hawks.
Lewis Williams.
Stoudemire, the pass to Anthony. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep.
Oh, wow. Can't. Carmelo, man.
In this quarter.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Williams kicks to T. Here's Money, guarded by Stoudemire. And
come on.
Second violation. And here's what's up.
I hate that. I'm going to shoot it right when it says 3-second violation.
This 2-game homestand. The Knicks leading by 17.
I hate that
Felton with the ball.
3-second violation crap.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like following this one. They get to host the Rockets.
We haven't
That'll
been
be the
able
first
to
of 2
catch
straight at
up
home.
at all.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Rockets game. Should be close, I think.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Outside Williams. From downtown. It's rebounded by New York. Stoudemire's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Felton attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Thanks.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Teague dishes to Millsap. Williams passes to Millsap. 6 to shoot. Back to Williams. Drills the three-pointers.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Woodson had some advice for the team over that last break. Anthony was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him.
Be a very good game
Coach
for our
stressed the
team.
importance of starting their possessions by getting him the ball, something that hasn't been happening as often as it typically does. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Felton goes in. He feeds it to Chandler. And it's off to New York. They'll retain possession.
6 seconds. Shot clock.
5 on the clock. Here's Felton from out on the wing. He knocks it down.
Still makes it.
Inbound play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Dang, teammates must stink. Holy crap.
The Hawks trail by 18. Teague, the pass to Money. Outside Millsap. Williams for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second.
Made 3, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to help out too much.
Teague against Felton. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bucks on D.
Oh.
Down by 15. And the shot is good.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Dishes to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. The Knicks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Felton kicks to Anthony. Here's Chandler, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That one on Horford.
At the line of net,
Free throw, Chandler.
Well, guys, with the Knicks playing a space-the-floor pick-and-roll offensive scheme, I mean, Tyson Chandler is a hand-in-glove fit as the high-flying finisher inside, keeping defenses honest and then cleaning up the mess on the weak side board if shots are missed.
Williams gets the bucket.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Felton dishes to Anthony. And Felton is up top. T covering. Stoudemire kicks to Chandler. Banked in off the glass. Chandler's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Clark, you talked about what Chandler has meant for this Knicks team, both on the court and in the locker room. And you wonder, you know, if Dallas, Steve had it to do over it, do you think they would have tried harder to re-sign him?
Well, I understood the plan. Dallas felt like with Dirk Nowitzki getting older, they had to save that cap room for a superstar, maybe Dwight Howard or Chris Paul. But it's always easy in hindsight when those things don't happen to say, hey, what were you doing?
Left block shot on the way. No good for money. For New York, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for New York.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks
Now I'm going to have
offense,
to
and that's what
still
happens
try
to
to
them.
work
When you have
on
the
ball
type of effort we
security a
saw
little
tonight,
bit.
It's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
In what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the Hawks.
And nobody really saw a performance like this coming. But it was a big-time game for Raymond Felton. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Here's Brihione. So no problem.
That's a bad one.
Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win. They did both.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. We got to see your offense in full effect here tonight. Seems like everyone on this team is really on the same page.
I definitely think so. You know, we got a lot of great players on our team, a lot of people who can score, and hopefully we can just keep building on it.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark, Steve Kerr and Doris Burke.
This
is Kevin Harlan.
Well, I don't know if I had a good game, maybe about half the shots.
Our Jordan Player of the Game, Raymond Felton.
Yeah. Decent amount of VC earnings anyways. I'll have to try to play some of my franchise so I can get some more points for my guy. Gotta really work on that ball security. Okay. Oh,